review the recording. Okay. Thank you very much for joining. So we'll be covering two topics today. One is uh, one comprehension paper. At least we'll be able to do question one and two. And we'll look at one sample work of, which is a descriptive narrative about a marketplace. Marketplaces are very common topics in Cambridge papers. There are various reasons to it because Cambridge always wants its learner to write something that they have experienced. All right. So these are things that we often experience, our school routine. It could be about your an unexpected gift, all right, and it could be about a road blockage. Okay, it can be about something that you have done an excursion or maybe a trip to a memorable place. So all these things, these are very hot topics for Cambridge papers. Even if market does not come explicitly in the paper or openly in the paper, then you indirectly use it in one of your narrative if you want to tell that your character is actually is going through a market. All right. So this topic, market, can be easily fit into your piece of writings. But at the same time, I always encourage students to write a creative piece. Okay, this is only advice for those who are slightly struggling with the plot. So, but they can actually have bits and patches of bit of work that they have done as a practice in the classroom. Okay, now let's look at this one. Vanya, please read the opening paragraph.
The marketplace the marketplace pulsed like a living beast, its stall rising and falling with each breath of the evening breeze. Lanterns, their bellies aglow with fireflies, swayed in the twilight, whispering secrets in tongues of flickering gold. The air thick with the mingling scents of cinnamon, sh- chattered wood, and something eerily sweet curled through the alleys like a curious spectre. A thousand voices, haggling, murmuring, laughing, spilled together in a chaotic sym- symphony, each note woven with the hum of unseen magic.
Okay, so this part of marketplace can also be incorporated in any of your narratives. Okay, if even if you are reading any comprehension paper, paper one, reading paper, then you need to be aware of these words because these are the only words which are very much repeatedly appearing in Cambridge exams. Till now, my focus had always been on expression, vocabulary, but still, this is the area where we all view as a class struggling, right? So now you can see the marketplace pulsed like a living beast. All right. So this simile explains that what kind of marketplace it is. It's hustle and bustle all around. Even any market that you go through, you always hear that chaos, vendors calling out, shouting, all right, go to Sunday Bazaar, all right, for grocery, or go to any, even on a sale on any brand, all right. So you'll see lots of women, men standing in queue to get their favorite outfit on a discounted price. So this is a typical description of a marketplace. All right, stalls rising and falling with each breath of evening breeze, and lanterns, their bellies aglow with fireflies, swayed in twilight. What does swayed mean, Alizim? Movement, right? Pendulum movement, right? Okay, movement. Okay, in twilight, whispering secrets of tongues of flickering gold, their air thick with mingling scenes of cinnamon, charred wood, and something eerily sweet. All right, what does eerily mean? Yes, you, dear Ibrahim. Strangely sweet, peculiarly sweet, or curled through the alleys like a curious spectre. 1,000 voices. Now you can see the use of M dash is there. 1,000 voices. What kind of voices are they? Those are explained ahead. Hangling, murmuring, laughing, spilled through together in a chaotic symphony, each note woven with a hum of unseen magic. Come inside. Now let's look at the second paragraph that we have here. Yes, Ali, please read this one.
Silver spirit is preferred like crystal water, displaying constellations that shifted as though the sky itself had been unrivered and stitched into fabric. A cauldron whistled in protest as the winter stirred its inky depth, sending tendrils of steam drifting into the cool air. A dagger its black blade black as midnight lay upon a velvet wings of peace and a lullaby for those who face it up to.
All right, thank you. Now, the words that I have highlighted yellow, all right, read this paragraph on your own and tell me what do these words mean, the ones I have highlighted. Yes, Ibrahim, the first word. What is constellations? You don't know? Don't you study science? All right. Yes, you do. What the formation of stars. On the sky, do you see the formation of stars? Or that's constellations, different pattern of stars. Okay. Second word. Yes, Ali. A large pot. All right. Slithering into the air. So there's a movement of an animal that we always, and that starts with S. Snake slithers, right? Okay. Blade black. Now, blade black is alliteration. All right. As midnight lay upon a velvet cushion, humming softly, a lullaby for those brave enough to listen. Okay. Now, now let's look at the next paragraph. Meera, can you please read the third paragraph? Spiral legs.
His voice like rusty fingers, he uncreated his main palm, revealing a vial of swirling light, a miniature storm trapped within blocks. One drop and the stars shall whisper your fate, his brain stretched to light tonight.
All right. In nowhere in this entire description, although we have talked about different feelings, right? Feeling of happiness, but nowhere in this piece of writing you have seen the word sad, you have seen the word happy, you have seen the word sad, all right, or you have seen the word go and gone. Okay, so this is what you need to avoid if you're really interested to improve your grade in English language paper, then these are the areas which you have to work upon. Okay. Now, can you please tell me the words that I have highlighted, their meanings, please? Online students can share me response in the chat window. Yes, I could just see the response of Sibga only. Sibga, is Maria sitting next to you as well? Yes. Yes, exactly. You know, s- speak slowly, just like mumbling, similar to mumbling, but it's humming, very slow. All right, revealing, to display, to show. All right, grin. Yeah. All right. And then the last paragraph says, I hesitated. See the use of minor sentence, how essential it is to use a minor sentence because it shapes your narrative. The tips are the same. The more you read, the same tips will follow in the narrative. And following the same tips, students have taken 22, 20, 21 out of 25. Even one of the students last time, I told you all, he got 50 out of 50 in writing paper. So it's very much achievable. And we have seen the response sample candidate response, and we have seen these skills that students use and they get the marks. All right. I hesitated. The market led vendors beyond imagining, but it is also carried the weight of unspoken costs. As I stepped back, the vendor chuckled, his voice trailing behind me like a fraying thread. Right? Fraying thread. The lanterns above flickered in farewell, their golden tongues licking at the dust as the market swallowed me once more into its endless, enchanted maze. So, what can we write instead of maze over here? There's a word that I've been telling you. Yes? How do you spell it here?
LABY.
Thank you. This is a very strong word that you can use instead of maze. All right. So I'm just going to remove this word maze. So words like this will definitely help you get good score. Okay. So like I was telling in the beginning, um, that marketplace is kind of a description, kind of a word that you can incorporate in any of the narrative. Okay, all right. So it's very much important that you have a sufficient vocabulary with you, which can help you to describe a certain place. So in any narrative, if you want your character to go through, no matter whatever the context of the narrative is, if you want your character to go through a certain place, then you have to practice that description of that particular place. Okay. Similarly, if you want your story to set in a freezing weather, all right, then you should have a practice of writing settings in a frozen land. Okay. Similarly, if you want your story to set in a hot summer, then you should have ample vocabulary and expressions to describe that hot summer. Okay. So at the same time, if you want your character to be is someone who is skeptical, who is quite jittery, who is usually confused, then you should know how can I write dialogues which could reflect my character's personality. Okay, so these are very pointers, markers, which will help you to gain marks. Otherwise, writing this plain stories, like I woke up in the morning, went to school. It was a very boring day in school. One of my teachers did not show up, and then we came to know that teacher has been kidnapped, and we all were sad. We started an investigation, and then in the end, we figured out teacher has been taken up by kidnappers and they're asking for ransom. And if this is a very linear story, you know, so with this linear story, the examiner will also be very linear to give you marks 12 out of 25, not more than 12. And that's what we've seen in the sample candidate response. So we're done with the first part of the class where I told you we'll be looking at one description of a marketplace. I'll share these notes in the group. You have to go through with it. And now I will be doing one paper of 0500. Okay. All right, so there we go. We 0500. We're doing it from November. Okay. And we'll be doing question 1. All right. So the easiest thing is to get marks in 0500 paper. And yeah, sure. 1123 is you just need to attempt your question number 1. Question number 1 is an easy giveaway marks, right? For 1123, question 1 is of 16 marks. You can easily get question 16 out of 16 in that question because most of the questions are either related to explicit meanings where you have to lift the answer from the text And few questions are related to implicit meaning, where you have to use your read between the lines skill to answer that particular question. All right. And for 0500, question one, if you look at the paper, very easily you can pick up these words, okay, from the text, right? So I'll just open that for you all. So you look at this question number one. It says, which bee is the biggest in the colony according to paragraph one? Okay, we'll just read paragraph one, though I do not recommend this technique in the exam situation, that you read only paragraph one and then attempt the question. You need to read the entire text and then start attempting the questions. But for a classroom situation, we'll just read paragraph 1 to 5, figure out what is the answer of question number one. Okay. So, a bee colony is populated by a queen, about 200 male drones, and thousands of underdeveloped female workers. The queen is the largest member of the colony due to the workers having fed her a special diet. Okay, so the question is easy. Which bee is the biggest in the colony according to paragraph 1? Queen. One word answer. One mark given. All right. Now, using your own words, explain what the text mean. Okay, it's very easy. Look, these are 4 marks for you. All right, 2 to each. There are 2 words. One is special, the other one is died. All right, so you have to translate both words, special and died. So using your own word, explain what the text means by special died. Yeah. Just tell me the answer then, just easy. All right. Special died. Change the word diet as well. All right. I'll change it. Special means I'll change the word over here. Let me add the text. Yes. Specific. Food. Food plan, right? Okay. Now look at the second one. Sole purpose. That's right. Sole purpose. Yeah, purpose. The only purpose. Goal? You said goal, right? The only goal. All right. The only aim. All right. The only reason. Okay. Now look at the next question. So 5 marks given straight away. All right. That's what I'm telling you. It's very easy to get these 5 marks. Now, wait for a while. All right. I'll open this somewhere else, please. Yes. Where is it? 1. Is that question? Right. And there we go. I'll open the question. 1. All right, there we go. Was it 1 or 1 2? Oh, that was 1 2, Robin. Okay, get it. Now let's go to. So the next question says, give 2 characteristics that make the early bumblebee and the garden bumblebee different. So give 2 characteristics, and this is from paragraph 3. For paragraph 3, we'll look at paragraph 3, and this is paragraph 3 here. And you have to tell 2 different things between bumblebee and the other one. Bees have different characteristics that make them suited to the pollinating certain plants. For example, the early bumblebees' small size and agility allow to enter plants with drooping flowers. The larger garden bumblebee is better at pollinating the deep flower because its longer tongue can reach deep inside them. What is that? I got a message, right? Yes. Is Talib in the class? No, he's not here. All right. Now, question was, give two characteristics that make the early bumblebee and the garden bumblebee different. How is early bumblebee different from garden bumblebee? All right, now let's look at the text again. And you have to give two characteristics only, so you can write down in the form of bullet as well. What are the two characteristics that are different? The garden bumblebee and the early bumblebee. So look, this is early bumblebee, right? Yeah, early bumblebee is small size. So early bumblebee is a smaller size and they are agile. Agile means agility. Agility means what? Agility means what? Quick. All right, quicker, faster. Okay. So the large garden bumblebee is better at pollinating because they have longer tongues and they can reach deep inside. Longer tongues, okay, and they are large in size. These are two things which differentiates small bumblebees, early bumblebees with the large garden bumblebees. All right. Now let's look. So how many marks have you scored so far? See, 7 marks. And it's all from question. I'm telling you, question 1 is the easiest question in both paper type. Either you take it 1, 1, 2, 3, or you take 0, 500. Okay, so it's very much easier to get full marks in question number 1. All you need to do is practice your relevant paper. I have shared lots of papers in the group already, and the resource pack is also available. So please attempt the papers and send it to me for checking. Now, let's look at the other one. It says, reread paragraph 4 and 5. Identify 2 ways in which bee pollination is needed for plants. Identify. So this is also to be answered in bullets. So wherever you see the bullets are given, so you have to write answer in bullets. Okay. Now, identify 2 ways in which bee pollination is needed for plants. So let's read paragraph 4 and 5. There you go. Yes. Meetup, can you read it, please?
Pollination. These transference of pollen between flowering plants enables the plant to reproduce and produce food. The cycle of a plant's life keeps turning in this way. So thanks to these small creatures, we enjoy a range of foods or orchard fruits of life. Every red cotton, that because the cotton plant was pollinated. Maybe in your lessons at school, you have come across these too. This would be because many poets, artists, authors, and scientists have found this a fascinating subject of study. But these are
Well, we just need to, yes. Fascinating subject of study. We just need to look at paragraph 4 and 5. That is paragraph 4 and 5 only. Okay. So questions is asking you about what? It's just a very simple question. So it says, identify 2 ways in which bee pollination is needed for plants. Why pollination? Bee pollination. Do you know what is pollination though? What it is?
flowers, bees.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Flowers take, these insects, butterflies, these bees, they take seeds, all right, or they help plants to grow actually. So they take pollens from one plant to another. And this is how plants grow, all right? That's how it is. Okay. So identify 2 ways in which bee pollination is needed for plants. Plants also need bee pollination, all right? In fact, plants rely a lot on bee pollination anyway, all right? So why? What are the 2 reasons for it? Yes. What does paragraph 4 and 5 say, Isa? Plants can only grow because of pollination. What do bees do actually? So bees transfer pollen between flowers and plants. One thing. The other thing is this pollination is the reproduction system of plants, by the way. The way they grow. All right. Yes, they help produce more plants. All right. Yeah. And produce food as well. Reproduce and produce food. These are two reasons why bee pollination is necessary for the plants as well. Now let's look at the second question that we have here. So how many marks we got so far? 9 to 11. All right. And now this is 3 mark question. Explain how humans have benefited from the existence of bees. How we have been benefited from the existence of bees. Okay. Sorry, what? Yes. Yes. They give us food. That's it. Yes, they make environment healthy. That's right. So thanks to these small creatures, we enjoy a range of foods from orchard fruits to coffee in Manila. And if we are reading cotton, it's because a cotton plant was pollinated. All right. So they only not provide us. It's a 3 mark question. Remember, there are 3 points required. One is food. The second is the clothes that we wear. And what is the third one? Yes. The cotton clothes that you're wearing, dear. If you're wearing cotton, that's because the cotton plant was pollinated. Right? Are you wearing cotton? I'm wearing cotton. A bit of cotton. It's nylon then. It's PC then. Polyvinyl and cotton. It's a combination. Anyway, so who says in getting full marks in English is difficult? You, all right. Okay, put a blame on teacher. But if you follow the skills, if you follow the tips and tricks, then it's not difficult to get marks in English. All right. Now, what is the next question? It says, reread paragraph 6. Okay. Why might some humans disregard the threat of bees? Okay. So what you need to do is, I'm sending this paper in the group. All you have to do is completely attempt this paper and submit to me tomorrow. Okay. I'm sending separate paper for 1123 and separate paper for 0500. Okay. Take care of yourself. Allah Hafiz. Sure.